Back to Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh alongside Ron Cook. We're going right back out to the phone lines, and we got John out in Dormont. How you doing, John?
Cook Mike, sir. Richie Rich.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I wanted to comment on the Phil Mickelson thing. Are we becoming a nanny state or what? I thought it was great to see what he did. I showed he was human, and I laughed too when I saw it.
Yeah,
I take him to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yeah, we should. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I agree with you too. I mean, I know there's a lot of
popularity among the common people.
Yeah.
Had to soar.
Oh, and did you see the next day when he made par? Everyone was cheering. He jumped up and down.
They want to do that when they play. They have done that when they play.
I've done it out of frustration. If you have a double bogey, you miss a putt, you just pick it up. You know, I mean, I just think. I think sometimes, and you said it last night, and you said it again today.
Golfers take themselves too seriously.
Exactly.
And the people around the sport are so sanctimonious for my taste. And again, I don't play. So people want to say you have no clue what you're talking about, you don't play. Okay, I'll say fine.
Yeah, I didn't really like when these announcers, and I hate to critique the guys, but talking about the kids. I mean, I just think that's ridiculous. They've gone way too far and didn't do anything. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was fun, and he said it was strategy, but I really believe, and we saw some pro golfers
I don't think I even knew what the rule was at the time. Apparently, a guy he played with said he asked the guy on the course, what's going to happen to me here? Like, he didn't know. He just got frustrated.
He was frustrated, and he was making
like 15 above 15, the plus 15. He wasn't going to win anyway. He just said, you know, the heck with it.
And he was making a point to the USGA. That's what I think, too. So some of the pin placements were bad, but... All right, let's go back out to the phone lines, and we're going to go out to Rick out in Elizabeth. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
Good, thanks for calling.
My call. I wanted to hitchhike on the whole Pirates deal. You're talking about the $20 million from the two contracts.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about add into that the $50 million.
Oh, yeah, $100 million. I'm not even talking about that. I just want them to spend the $20 million, not the 50 from Disney and the 50 from revenue.
With the luxury tax money on top of that. I mean, there's so much money, especially this year, that they're putting in their pockets. It's ridiculous. And here's my philosophy, and this is the bottom line. I will not spend a dollar to see them play until they start spending dollars to put quality talent on the field.
Hey, that's a great point. I couldn't agree with you more.
You know what? And I certainly respect that opinion.
I do too.
But the other side of that is you missed one hell of a baseball game tonight. It was a fun game to watch.
It was, you know.
I'm not telling anyone how to spend their money, how not to spend their money, but sometimes you miss out on some pretty cool stuff. Yeah,
and I know a lot of my friends, they canceled their season tickets. Some had luxury boxes, and they canceled them or split them with someone this year. And I don't blame them. I can't tell people how to spend their money, but these guys still say, hey, I'm going to support the team, I'm going to root for the team, I'm going to watch them on TV, but I'm not going down to the ballpark and giving money to Bob Nutting.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
So. All right, back out to the phone lines. We're going to go out to Mark out in Washington. How you doing, Mark?
Doing fine. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm just being silly, but I was wondering if you guys could help me pitch in and we could get that golfer Tommy Fleetwood a haircut. You know? I mean,
looks a little bit like Carl Hagelin out there, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. I mean, he's not American.
When you shoot 63, you can look any way you want. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And he's a small guy too, and he hits it a far way. And he had a shot at a 62. He missed a makeable putt.
Like an 8-foot putt.
Yep, on 18, missed it. Just missed it. It just missed the hole. He slid it right by. 62 would have been the best round in U.S. Open history in the final. So pretty good round. He was one shot off. He almost. That 63 almost put him in the winner's circle. So, all right, let's go to we got any more calls out here, Jared? Bill out in North Hills. How you doing, Bill?
Not bad. Thanks for taking my call. I wanted to ask a question and make a comment. Did Mr. Cook, who is your guest, has he ever played competitively any sport at any level?
Not golf, that's for sure. Oh, I did actually. I won some tournaments when I was like 8, 9, 10, and then never
in golf.
Never got any better.
Oh,
never
wow!
Took it. I played some football. I played some baseball, but I don't think I have to play competitive to be around athletes to talk to them to get a grip on what's going on.
Yeah, and I think
I certainly don't play golf. I admit that, and I think I said that 3 times. So, Bill, I'm sorry it doesn't meet your standards, but too damn bad.
Yeah, I play a lot of golf, and I love the sport, and I thought the Phil Mickelson thing was hilarious. All right, we're going to take a break. Back to wrap up the show. Coming up next, stay right there.